I won. I did all I had to do. I won. I succeeded. How did I do it? I chose to forgive everyone just now because I had conflicts earlier in the day. Where did those conflicts come from? Probably money. We made a mistake with money. It causes conflict because it's not equal for everyone. When people are unequal, there is conflict. There doesn't need to be conflict, so there doesn't need to be money. But there needs to be forgiveness at this point. We forgot how to forgive each other for making a mistake. It just so happens money wasn't seen as a mistake until now. Or, we all knew money was a mistake. But we are scared that the people with all the money will try to stop us from living any other way but for the money. They won't, because those people will try to get ourselves to do it, but we won't do it. I have faith that the people who will be told to stop someone like myself from telling everyone that money is wrong because it causes conflict, they won't do it because I can show it to them. I have proof. My doctor, my psychiatrist, went on vacation for the last 3 months because she knew I was having a relapse. She did not want to punish me. I have had a mistakable relapse. It just so happens narcotics are in my system. I'm not gonna lie, I put them there. She knows that. But these people are one of us. They're only doing what they have to do is because of the environment we live in, needing money for us to live in it. We know it's a mistake. But we don't have to think that even one person will not forgive us for choosing to give up the mistake that money is. So now we've given up money. We've admitted it's a mistake and we don't need it. We can focus on everything that doesn't involve money, which is everything. Even food involves money. But food is not a mistake. Shelter is not a mistake. Is it involved with money? Yes. That is a mistake, that those things are involved with money. But now that we've cleared up the fact that money was a mistake, And even the people with all the money who have the power to say, make us more money, because they are caught up in greed that we are feeding them because we continue to choose to work for our money that makes them money. And as long as we keep having money, we are wasting our efforts on what we really need. Now that we know money is gone, we just have the inclination, the need to do the things we need to do. We have to have enough food for everyone, and everyone needs a shelter. It's not hard. We already actually have it. They can't give it to us because money is involved. The money is making them have to make more money, because you will never have enough money. Because as time goes on, money becomes worth less. If money was even worth anything to begin with, because it's not needed, so it's not worth anything. But the way we see money, it has a worth, it has a value, it's a currency, it can buy us things. That value goes down every time more money is made. So, unless you're making more money, you're losing money. So we always have to be making money if money is the way we get everything we need. If we can't get everything we need, it's because we don't have enough money. But if money can never be enough, because the so-called value of it is always decreasing, because there's always more of it, we will not stop needing to make more money. That's the mistake. We don't need money. So we got that through. This is the biggest thing. If we do not forgive the people with all the money, then who are we? We fed them that money. We made that money for them to have. So we're saying, we don't want your money, even though we ourselves are giving it to you so you can live, but we have to work hard. You have to understand, we have to forgive them. If we don't, we are just like them. It's so rude to do that. Why would you do that? They want to save Earth just as much as us. They do. They know we need it. They can't give up their greed because it's the only thing keeping us from killing them. Are we mad at them for having more money? Anyone who says they are not jealous of someone who has more money than them is lying. They obviously want more money. People want more money because they need it to have everything they want and need. So if someone has more than them, they naturally are jealous, and they don't like that about them, because they feel that they are equal to them, which they are, and they should feel that way, and they should have the same amount of money. But if everyone had the same amount of money, we wouldn't need money. We'd all be millionaires. But then who would do the work? No one. Thing is, there's a lot of jobs and careers that are not needed. But because money was invented, they are here. We have to give up those jobs. The only jobs we really need are to be farmers and to build houses. We've given up money. Money no longer exists. What do? We have to have food, so we will do that without needing money to be involved. We can just do the same thing without a certain number having to go from one person to another. This number means nothing. What am I talking about when I say this number? I'm talking about the money. The money is no reason why anything should be done. If it is needed, it will be done. But we don't need money to let that happen. We can just do it because we need it. People aren't getting enough of what they need, when we have no reason to not have enough to give them that. I personally believe everyone is capable of having enough food and having a shelter. I have to believe that for my sanity. If I am ever told that for some reason the human race cannot have enough to live as long as they can, I feel bad for the people who don't get to live as long as they can because they didn't get what they need. And that affects my sanity. I don't like to know that. So I just ignore it. Because I already have everything I need. But that's bad of me. And I know you do it too. You have everything you need, but you know people in this world don't. But we don't do anything about it. That makes you feel bad. We don't have to feel bad. We can just do what we need to do for them without having to charge them anything. We can just do it because it needs to be done. In all fairness, even the people who have all the money and can save the world, but don't, are just as much at fault as the people who have even $2 and say to themselves, I only have $2, but I have the opportunity to buy a dollar chocolate bar for myself, and I can buy a dollar chocolate bar for someone who doesn't have money. Even someone with only $2 can give a dollar to someone else. But they don't, because they think they need the money to do that. We don't need the money to do that. If you believe you will always be taken care of, you are right. At least that's what I think. God has always taken care of me. Okay, my family has always taken care of me. But God is a reflection in them. Because I have so much faith, I have been blessed with the family that I have. And they gave me and continue to give me. And as I believe, I will always have what I need because of God's reflection in my family. But we are all family. And if you have everything you need, but your family doesn't, and when I say your family, I'm talking the human race is your family. This is our people. They don't have it. Please, give it to them and know that you will be taken care of. I can't prove it to you, but I'm just saying what I believe. My faith tells me to do that, because I know it's right. I can't be wrong if I do something right. Do I need money? Yes. But if I give it away, I'm doing the wrong thing. But how can I be doing the wrong thing if it's the right thing for someone else? They are one of us. It can't be the wrong thing. The people at the top with all the money can't just all of a sudden say, everyone has the same amount of money. We have now equaled out all the money. We would get mad at them for not doing that earlier. If we were in their position, we would have no choice but to continue to build our own greed. It's protecting us from people who won't forgive them. But they need Earth as much as everyone else. They are willing to stop threatening us because they are scared. We have the power. We actually have the power to stop them. If we wanted to, we could stop all we're doing and go get them and get mad at those top 1,000 people. And we could kill them if we wanted to. But they were scared. They're acting out of fear. What does that make us? That makes us the wrong people. Just because they have all the money doesn't mean they're wrong. We have to forgive them. They have made bombs to protect themselves from people like us. Who are mad at them because they have more money than us. They don't want to drop a bomb on the earth. That's why they're not doing it. They just have the bombs to scare us so that we keep working and we stay focused on work instead of being mad at them. They want peace just as much as us. They need it. If the earth doesn't have peace, then no one lives on earth. The earth needs peace for us to live. They know that. They are willing to accept the fact that they made a mistake by having so much money and not being able to save the earth at this point, because if they did, we wouldn't forgive them for not doing it earlier. If they give up all their wealth to all of us, they have no power over us. And now we have the same power as them. We would be mad at the fact that they didn't give us that power before. And we would now use our equal power to fight them. They don't want that. So they have to use their power to protect themselves. But they don't want to do that either. They want peace just as much as us. You think, okay, we could finally come to realize we don't need money. And all the people with the money and all the power, they're useless now. We could kill them, and we could live our lives without them. And we could think that we won. And they were all the bad guys. You fed those people for how long? You were scared to forgive them. So you killed them? What does that make you? As long as we keep feeding them money, they're gonna have more money. As long as they have more money, they're gonna look like the bad guys. As long as they look like the bad guys, they gotta protect themselves from us, who are gonna be the bad guys, for killing them for no reason. Because we gave them the money in the first place. We made it for them. There's still some people who think we don't need to forgive them. We could kill them. What would they do at that point? They know things that we don't know. They have a button they can press, and they can blow up a part of the world. Because you know what? They're gonna die anyway. That's the whole reason these bombs are made. Out of fear that we're gonna rebel and they're gonna be needed to use against us. So if you don't choose to forgive them, they're not gonna forgive you. And they're gonna win. And you might win, and you might kill those 1,000 people, but they're gonna get some bombs off, and they're gonna ruin the world, and we're all gonna die. It just doesn't make sense unless we have to forgive each other. That's the main thing. And you know what? They knew that before we do. They are willing to forgive us right now. They're the ones who told us the earth is melting. They're trying to give you the thought that I'm trying to give you. It's hard to explain. But man, when you get some antipsychotics and you get some real psychotics, it's balance. And then you get to use the benefits from the psychotics with the back that you have antipsychotics in you. But man, if you go hard on those psychotics, the antipsychotics will try hard to balance you out, which was in the first video, and I was so desperate to get the words out. But that's what's given me the capability to explain that to you. If I have to give up thy psychotics, which I'm gonna be told I will, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna lose a lot of stuff in my life. I'm gonna lose my car. I'm gonna lose this apartment that my mother shares with me. And now my mother's gonna have to move out. And my brothers are gonna get mad at me that I fucked up. And my whole world is gonna crash down upon me. But in all fairness, the fact that I got this video, it might be worth it. Because if people can forgive each other and realize that, the earth is depending on our forgiveness of everyone to forgive each other. The people at the top know that. Even though they might have really good lives and they don't want to give it up, They're at the point where they have to. It's just that we won't stop feeding them the greed. We haven't realized we have to stop ourselves. They're telling us we have to stop. But unless we do it on our own, they can't make us. Because if they say, okay, we're going to stop working now, we're going to get mad at them for making us work in the first place, when it was an honest mistake. Did we not progress and see a lot of cool things in this life? We have virtual reality. That's a pretty cool thing. But you know what? When is it enough? It's never going to be enough. At some point, we have to accept the fact we don't know everything. Until we know everything, we don't know anything. Because at any point in time, something could change what we already know and think we know, but we don't actually know because we don't know everything. Because if we knew everything, there'd be no mistakes. We can't know everything. We have to stop. We have to stop. But I know one thing. If we do not forgive and just let everyone could just chill for a second and not worry about money for 1 second, because it's done. It's done. Just forget about money. Give it up. We don't need it. It's a number. Why do we need an imaginary number? Have to forgive. I'm not going to stop saying it. Have to forgive because they have bombs for their own protection. You would do the same thing. If you didn't have those bombs, what's stopping the majority of people from killing you? If you can't hold something against them, nothing's going to stop me. If we know there's no weapons that can be used against us, we're going to go kill those people with all the money for making us work so hard that we fed to them. We worked for them. We gave them that money, but they need us to stop. So they're putting the money into weapons and scaring us so that we don't rebel against them. But we all need Earth. Earth needs forgiveness between every single person. First. And then, once we are all on the same level, everyone is happy with everyone. There is no conflict between anyone. The only reason there is conflict is because of money. It's the only reason there's conflict. Then we can have enough food for everyone, which we already do. It's just that we haven't forgiven the people who aren't giving us the food, so they can't give it to us. Because if they just gave it to us, we would get mad at them for not giving it to us in the first place. Forgiveness. Come on. Just open your eyes. The world is dying. We need the world. Let's go with what we know so far. We need food and shelter. Everything else is not needed. Everything that's hurting the earth has to stop. But if one person has conflict with another person, it's because money was involved or they didn't have everything they needed. Because if they had everything they needed, there would be no reason for conflict. Is it all going to magically happen like that? We have to relay this message throughout every language. We have to teach it to everyone. Everyone has to come together in as peaceful manner as they can, giving up all the past. It's everyone's equal mistake, whether they had the money that made the people do the work or the people who did the work when they didn't need it to, fed the people with all the money. What's stopping those people from killing all of us? They could do it. They don't want to. What's stopping us from not going to work and killing those people who made us work? There's nothing. We could do that too. We know inside we don't want to do that. We all make mistakes. We are all wrong together at this point. We are all wrong right now. But it doesn't have to be that way anymore. Everyone, we need artists to just go crazy on making songs about forgiveness and including all the points that I said in this and make movies about it. This is the only thing that matters. I'm cocky right now. I know I'm right. God said I'm right. How I explain that to you, I don't know. Does it make me look arrogant? Obviously. But do you not agree with me if you have stayed with me for this long in the video at some point? Or are you just sitting there laughing at me for having my beliefs? I don't hold anything against you. You can call me whatever you want. It doesn't hurt me. You can slap me across the face. You can punch me in the face. Because I know you're really just hurting yourself. Because when you hurt another human being, you do more disrespect to yourself than to that human being. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. All we have to do, artists have to sing. We just have to sing about forgiveness is the only thing we're gonna sing about now. It's the only thing. And just say, with forgiveness, we forgive them, they forgive us, and we can all live together equally in peace. I don't know how else to put it. I could talk forever about this. But I don't have to. I know I've explained enough. I just don't want to stop. Because I feel so in touch with God right now. I am spiritually high. Okay, I've taken narcotics. But are these narcotics doing the things that the people depict them to do? No. It's a business that gets the money so they can protect themselves from us. Because if we had these narcotics for ourselves, we would be able to think like I'm thinking right now. I cannot relay these sort of thoughts and this type of sense without cocaine. I can't do it. It gives me the courage to do such a thing. I'm not hurting anyone. I haven't hurt anyone in a long time. I have no intention to anymore. I was a product of my environment. They, at the hospital, got me to the point where I just realized anytime I shout, it works against me. Anytime I disagree, it works against me. I can't do that anymore. It's not going to work. But I don't have to worry about being in the system. We have bigger problems. The earth is dying. But I know the first step. The first step, everyone has to forgive everyone. Otherwise, there's going to be conflict, and with conflict, there's going to be crime. People are going to do the wrong thing. But with forgiveness equally given to everyone, we can focus on actually knowing that we need enough food for everyone before we work on anything else. And then that'll be done in no time. Boom. Done. How do we stop the earth from melting? Destroy all the buildings, stop flying planes, stop driving cars, stop the factories. Done. God will move mountains. But why would God need to move a mountain if that mountain had nothing to do with hurting anyone? It's not the mountains God will move, it's the buildings. God will lift up all our mistakes. That's the whole reason we are still here. We have disrespected our home, this planet Earth, so much with everything we do. If you have ever driven a car or paid a ticket to be on a plane or lit a light bulb or did anything at such a point to hurt the earth, you are equally in this as we all are. We all messed up. We need to forgive each other for doing that. No matter how much one person did it more than the next. That's going to lead to the people who have all the money. They're going to go into a state of withdrawal. They're going to go a little crazy because now they don't have all their power. I think some of them will, some of them won't. But all we have to tell them is, do you want to live at all, or do you want to die with all your money? The money's not going to save you from dying. You cannot buy your life. You cannot buy your survival. You can still live, but we have to save the earth. Forgiveness, no conflicts, focus on everyone having food and shelter, maintaining that, and then we will have time to have a little fun of our own. Now that we know we forgive everyone and any mistakes that come from this point are not intentional, we can give a little more thought into certain things that may come up. We thought money was a good idea. It wasn't. Look how far it went on and took us. Enough. I beat this. This needs to be heard. This is the cure. This is the cure to everything. This is the key. Simultaneous forgiveness is the first step. No conflicts. Focusing on food and shelter. God will move the mountains we made to destroy the earth that we so chose to not realize we were doing on our own, because we don't know everything. We know not what we do. We thought it was a good idea, but we were wrong. Everyone is equally at fault. We can do it. We can do it. We're going to do it. It's going to happen. We got this. Amen. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love every single person for just being alive. Because I don't want to see people die. I don't want to see the earth die. So I love everyone. Let's just live, people. Love each other. There's nothing wrong about loving each other. We don't have to hate each other. We can love each other. It's better. It's less stressful. Just love each other. Forgive each other. It's okay. It's okay. We can make it better. We don't have a choice. The earth is going to make it better for us, but it's going to involve us going extinct.